the idea really of today is to really just show you what progress that's been made on the new members website, and what will and what won't work. It doesn't all work at the moment. It's still in testing, but I think we've made an awful lot of progress since last time. I sent out a note to everybody just a few hours ago. I thought it might be easier to follow the call if you had in front of you the sort of list of all the menu items that you can see in the new site. And there's at the moment there looks as though there's going to be about 60 pages, 60 menu items possible. It's that will be on the members site. Now, 30 of those are the additional pages and the links, so there are 30 other pages. So so anyway, probably the best thing to do is to get on and show you, and then no, well, yes. There's two things really. At the moment there is the mobile system, and there is the, if you like, the left menu system, if you call it, the main system, which and the plan is to do away with the mobile system completely and have what we've called a members system. And the
my question was, will the menu structure on the top replace the menu structure on the left?
Yes.
Not on the admin site.
But not, so you'll still have the menu, the site with the menu down the side for administrators, for people who do sort of work on the site.
So we'll have to maintain both. I guess that means.
Well, no. We'll come back to it. But
okay, all right, thank
the idea is that once you make a change on one, it'll be reflected on the other. So you can still maintain the other one in the same way, but everything will go over to the new site. So what you should see here now is the home page, if you like, of the new site. The bit at the bottom is the page that's been built by the website creator, which I think we looked at last time. And that's entirely in your control now. You can do whatever you like there, and maybe we'll come back to that in a bit. The top part is the where it says Disney testing. There's three options there. You can either have a single image there. You can have a multiple image which will fade from one image to the others, or you can have you can have a blank one as well. But I'm still having some trouble with the banner one where it changes from one to t'other. So at the moment I'm just leaving it with that one there, but hopefully we'll get that sorted soon. Right, okay, so the main part, or the main bit of interest here, is this the blue line, which becomes the menu now. And and this is the base position, if you like, for the menu. You've got really just four entries: login, home, activities, and information. And activities and information are drop downs, or can be drop downs, but as you see, there's nothing in it, because at the moment I've just emptied everything out and said, well, here is the base that you can start with, and then we'll add some stuff in a minute. See that the group list is there. The group list is always there. No matter where you are, you'll always have the group list at the top position of the activities. It's not going to take the group lists, the various lists that are already in the admin site, because you've got options of having them in different sequences and things already built into the group list, where you can sort alphabetically or group by category, by venue, and by status. So that is always there. But everything else, other than these things, are all configurable by yourselves. You can decide whether or not you have these entries in the system or not. Obviously, one of the most useful one is the login, which is going to be pretty much the same as it is on the main site, where you put in your number and password. You've got the I key here to look to see what the password is, and then obviously you've got your login. So the only on this base system, if you like, the only thing that is different now that you're logged in is you have a new drop down there for personal information. But again, everything there is configurable. So having switched everything off, there's nothing there except a link to the main site, and that is only available to members who have an authority of one sort or another. So anybody that's got even if it's sort of setting up members meetings or events or whatever it is, if you put them into given them an authority level, they will have this admin link, and from that they can get across into the main site. We'll come back to number 2. For all the members, all the other members won't see this admin site link. So any ordinary member going into this will automatically, so they'll still use this, you will still use the same domain name as you've got at the moment, whatever it is, and it will automatically take the person across to this new site, and will keep them there. They won't go anywhere else, but will stay in the site. And you can see that at the top it's in a subdomain called format, so you can see. I don't know, you probably can't see actually, but
we can't.
No. But so so any member is just held in here and will just do all their work inside this part of it.
Yeah, a quick question, Chris, on that. You say that you will still use the same domain name, etc., and you'll automatically be kicked to the new site. Was the original idea, and this might still be the idea, was the original idea that each U3A would have the option of turning on the new site or remaining with the legacy site?
Yes, there's a switch in systems details.
Oh, right.
Called mobile site. If you remember, there was an option to either use the mobile site or not.
Right. Okay.
That same switch will work for this. So
okay.
If you don't use this site, if you just stay on the old one, then you'll just stay inside that other the admin site, if you like. Everybody will be in the admin site, and the left-hand menu will still remain.
Okay, so they remain on the legacy. Very quick question on what you've just said then. Was the intention in the system details, are you intending changing the name from mobile site to new site? Because I can see in the future that will confuse the hell out of new admins.
Yeah, well, you can change it yourself.
Okay, oh, right, okay, fair enough. Yes, okay. Being stupid again. Thank you.
Call it whatever you want.
My stupidity rises to the top.
Don't worry about it. Right, okay. Well, just one thing while we're here on this group list thing. I'm not quite sure about this yellow banner beneath here called group list. It's awfully big, and whether or not it's there. And so views on whether or not that should look like that, or whether we make it thinner, or just
I would personally prefer it blank, but that's only because we also have a yellow like you have at the top. So I think the two together look a bit overbearing, but
yeah, and narrow it.
If you've got a different image header at the top, other people may think it's fine.
Yeah, we could just change the yellow and have no thing, then just have a heading on the top of the group list which just says group list.
Yeah, instead of all that big space taken up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reduce the depth.
It would look in common with other pages then, certainly.
Yeah.
Reduce the depth and make it white.
Yes.
The background, that is.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is, if you like, this is the vanilla system. Nothing in it at all. So what I'll do now is I'll go into. So I'm going to go across to the admin site, which there takes you, to hopefully to somewhere you recognise. And what I'm going to do is just go through. Just changing all these to live. These are all the items that you can have. Right. Okay. I think I'm done. Okay. So now I've gone back to the site again with all these turned on, and now they're all populated. And so, just to sort of answer your question, these items are the same items as you've got in your side menu. So the way you configured your side menu, this is using the horizontal menu and also using the side menu with the sequences and those sorts of things. So it'll come out, these items are named the same, they'll come out in the same sequence as they do in your admin site at the moment. And so any changes you make on there will be reflected on here. So
So in a sense, personal could be 4, and then contact a member could be 4.1 and 4.2, etc.
no, you don't have to do that.
I know, but I mean, that's in a sense, that's the sort of the structure. You've got a hierarchical structure.
Yes, well, if I just go back to, if you go back to here and go back to the side menu here, that's the way this works. So, items in the sequence are the main entries, and let's have a look where it is. 65 is the my information one, which has got in here all the personal items.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
And so it will come out in my group, my program, my payment sequence. So if you want to change them around, you just change these entries here.
So, Chris, from that, if you go back down to that, my information, where you were before. So, if where you got menu header, right? Let's say this is a stupid example, but let's say, for instance, you wanted to put my program into not my information, as it were. If you shifted it into one of the other main headings, it would then move on the new website as well. Am I being clear?
It won't be. All the personal items are going to be in the personal section. So I think the three. If I just go back to, if I can find the link to the, there it is.
I think that top level, is fairly fixed, isn't it?
Yes.
That's
So
a new feature. Yeah.
That's right. The personal, the activities, and the information are fixed. But the items underneath you can switch on and switch off, but you can't move my program, which wouldn't be very logical to move it to activities.
Right. Okay. That you can't move them across. Right. Okay. That's fine, Chris.
Yeah. But you can fiddle around with them. You can turn them off. You can turn them off. Change the wording, but you can't move them. And
Chris, the first time you showed us the screen, you went straight to the groups, and then you come to this one. And now when you go back, you've got the home screen. What kicked that one off? Why didn't that show up first on the first screen you showed us? If you understand me.
what you mean? All these items?
No, the actual details on the screen, the Stonehenge, those pictures.
That's the home page.
Now.
That's the home page.
Well, that'll be the logged in homepage, won't it?
That's the the logged in home page.
Yeah.
It
You were.
didn't show that first time round, did it?
No, you were on the logged out homepage, so the public
right.
homepage. Now you're in the members homepage.
Yeah. So here's the one that the visitors will see. You can obviously.
Oh, you logged in as admin before, did you?
And then what? Sorry.
You logged in as the administrator.
No. This is if you like. I can't remember. I think 5.
Yeah, you logged in as number 1. Yeah.
If I log in as number, yes. I log in as number 5, I think that's gone in. So I'm now as a an ordinary person, and you can see I've still got all these items down here. I don't have the admin link because I don't have any authority
Yeah,
left.
I'm okay with the drop down bits. It's just the actual home page Stonehenge bit that appears now. It didn't appear first time around.
I think it probably did just when I first logged in, but I then whizzed over to the
Oh,
other side.
Okay, then. I've lost a blink now.
Yeah. So right. So now we've got, as I say, these particular items. Now, all those items appear on the sheet of paper I sent out earlier, and it shows on that one which items, which menu they're shown in. It shows the next column shows on what status. In other words, whether it's logged in or not logged in, or always there, or whatever. And the third column there is that when you set up something like events, as it is in the main system, you have both the horizontal menu and the side and the configuration of the side menu. You've got to have it switched on in both in order for it to appear. So so the horizontal menu appears. So there's about 5. Yeah, it's the monthly meetings, the events, the forum, all the additional pages, and the links are all configurable inside the horizontal menu. We'll have a look at the horizontal menu in a tick. And the final column there was that most of the entry, the text that for the menu item is configurable by you. The only ones that aren't are the group list, the login, log out, the home page or the home menu item, and then the information, the personal activities, information headers, and obviously the admin site. But all the rest of the text is configurable by you. Right. Okay. So a couple of other things to add. The version number is going to sit just less obviously on here but we do need to keep the version number there. So I'll leave it there, or I suppose we could move it, put it in information under charity if it gets in, if it irritates anybody. And also what's here is there's a thing called payments. And this is an additional item there, which if the system recognizes that the money is owed, then if either for membership or for a group payment or a subscription payment, then it will appear. This one, red one, will appear and say what's due, and if they click on it, oh, I see it's not working properly there.
No
I
for
see.
me. No for
And
me.
that's per member, is it?
Yeah, I'll go back to number 1 because I think.
Don't work for me either, Chris.
Sorry.
Doesn't work for me either.
No, I haven't done. I
Right.
no, I think. So this one here, it will work for. I think.
Can I ask a question, Chris? With that link there, have we considered whether or not red on blue is a web safe colour? Because I must admit, I struggle to read that in red, and I
Okay.
didn't think I was. I didn't think I was colourblind.
Right.
I wondered that too. Be
Oh,
I'm
better,
glad I'm glad I'm not the only divvy, Neil. Thank you.
better in yellow, I would have thought, if it's on blue.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Or could those top links not, if they're active, have a different colour background?
I think it goes to a different colour if you hover over it, doesn't it? But you can't do that on the tablet. Obviously.
Yeah. I'd rather just make it yellow and see if it
See
stands
if it
out.
stands out more, yeah.
and then see how it looks. Yeah. Otherwise, we get. You have to start in the menu and then going yellow and then going back. And it would be complicated. So I'd rather avoid it if possible.
Well, you only put an active class in, don't you?
Well, there's all sorts of bits and pieces going on in that menu. So I have had problems with it. So I've just managed to settle it down. So I don't want to irritate it again. Right. Okay. So that will be there if somebody owes, and then it goes straight to the payment page, and they can make make their payments on this. So what I've tried to do with, I haven't done all the pages yet, but I've done a lot of them. I've tried to make certain that the text is much larger, and so if it's looked on a tablet, hopefully it looks much clearer than it did before. So if you compare the size of this text, we would look on the other site, it is much smaller, and so hopefully that will be worthwhile.
So this is, because there's no mobile friendly site, this is adaptive, is it? So that will fit on a
Yes.
phone
Yes.
screen. Yep.
So
Excellent.
So,
Thank you.
to some extent, the old mobile system has been left. Can you see that? Okay, yes, you can. Yeah, the old mobile system has been retained in we've still got where we've got a narrow entry. It will go to the hamburger menu rather than the top menu, and so we'll get the same things, but they'll come down here on the on the hamburger menu.
Just to complicate things, Chris, if you change to yellow, that might not. You'll have to check that one. Yellow and grey might not be as good as.
Oh
yellow.
yeah.
Well spotted, Richard.
Yeah, well, they're two separate ones, so I'd have to
Okay.
two changes to do that. So red's probably good on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine on that page.
Yeah, right, good, okay. So yes, so hopefully everything that's out here. So the screen is wideable and will fit to the screen that you've got. We had some discussion about when we convert from that to that and what width the screen is, and I think we agreed in the end that 800 pixels wide will, once it gets to 800, will go to this. So it's very much a phone setup, and obviously tablets are larger than that, so they will naturally go to this one. Right. Okay. So let's just have a look at some of the other pages here. They're pretty much the same, but let's run down the contact a member is, as you can see, is much larger than the old one. Ben's payments. I'll just run through them. Stop me if you want to look in there. So the group list, that's using the same group list, but obviously with a cut down list, it just being their own groups.
Can I ask, Chris, why are some of them like a darker blue?
In my groups?
Yeah, in the group list, some are differentiate colours.
What, these and this?
Yeah.
That's just normal HTML, which says you've already been in there before. It's a link you've already linked. I can change it to make certain they're all the same color all the time, if that's sort of.
No, that's not a problem. I just wondered if it was the group full or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's just saying you've been there before.
Right.
My program now goes across the full width, but if you go down, it gets there. It drops out the times. So once you get to you still get the program in on the phone version, but in order to get it all in, it drops out. It drops out the times. My payments, again, same sort of thing as before, just larger. Big payments if you do it. Get my details again. Hopefully, looks much larger on a tablet than there's the direct debit ones. And at the bottom there, where we used to have the logged in as somewhere else, and it'd always be a slight problem if you had a banner which was changing. So we put it there so they can see who is logged in. But I'm not sure it's used an awful lot anyway.
Yes, it's Eugene. Can I just ask? My groups is obviously, to me anyway, has a different feel to the style to the others. The others sort of carried forward, but this one is a different style entirely. Is this the target?
Well, the idea is that the My Groups is a list of groups and gives us a small amount of information about the group. Whereas once you get in, once you go to, so My Groups will be, but my program is giving you information about where it is and who's the leader and that sort of stuff. Basically, it's the same system as it's been before. These haven't been rewritten; they've just been adapted to be more flexible on width and larger.
Yeah, it's just the groups one you were showing is obviously less information on it than used to be. This is obviously the same sort of information we used to have on the main groups page, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you went for less because of the size issue.
What you mean? Where?
In My Groups or groups, whatever the list of groups is, that one.
The group list. Yeah. This is effectively the group list that was done for the mobile system, and so in order to get rid of the complexity of do by title and do by all the other options there, we use that. So that's why I've put that in here as the.
Yeah, I mean the thing that it loses for me is when each of those are.
Yeah.
Time and the frequency.
Yeah, you've lost group by day, haven't we, in this way?
Yeah, we've only got group by name effect. Well,
yes, and group by day is worth doing.
Well, I think people use it.
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we're right. So yeah, so for it wouldn't be possible to have it in here really in the narrow one, but
No, because you haven't got dates, have you? At all?
Yeah. No. Okay. The whole point is this is wider, and so we probably should be able to fit in the day of the week and the thing into this, so you can have it in date sequence or have it in.
I think day of the week is the more common that we'd use because historically that's people have looked at what's happening today, Monday, and a venue they can find. So I think that's
Also
what
got that in the calendar.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. I'll have a go at that and try and see if we can. Yes. All right. Yeah, I'll do it the next. Yeah. Righto. Okay. So those are all the personal ones. The activities and the information one, I assume, will be largely built up by additional pages. At the moment, I've just got 2 additional pages in here. Number one. Oh, by the way, there's now 20 additional pages you can have if you. So you can build loads of other ones if that's what you want to do. So from the web creator if you want to. There's the links. All the links come into the information. So these are just ones that go off to ITV and anyway. Yeah, so they're just links. So yes, so you can put up to 20 new 20 pages in there. Plus, you can also configure things like the events page. There's a so this has got a, you can use the web creator to create the heading that comes on here. I've just put in a ticker on there, but you can put anything you like in there. You can see it's again much larger again than before.
Chris, is there a split in the additional 20 pages between activities and information? Is it like additional page 1 to 10 under activities and 10 to 20, 11 to 20 under information?
No. Well, I'll tell you what might be an idea to go across and have a look at the horizontal. Horizontal menu will work in the same way as it has before, and so when you set up the 20 pages. So now this is much larger than it was before. This column down the right hand side, when you say I want it shown, you can't see it. You can't see it. So hang on. So you can see the top one there has got. So that's being shown in activities. So if I just select the next one, you can say, well, that number 2 will be shown in information.
Yeah. So this bit is configurable to the column, those columns across the top.
Exactly. Yes. So it's exact. So so do the update. So hopefully go back and then we'll find number 2 has appeared in here.
Information.
Sorry.
Information.
I don't think. Oh, yeah. I've fallen into my own trap. You, as well as putting it in there, you have to make certain that it's actually in the. You have in the same way as at the moment, you have to also have it in the menu setup. So I have to go into extra 2.
Page 2. Page 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, page 2.
Yeah. Go live.
You'd rename page 2 to page 18 in that listing, though, Chris.
Well, it's just I've just yes, it should come up. It's number 18. Look, there it is. There. Yeah. It just happened to be that's what it was in there before. Yeah, but
so that'll show us 18 in the new website as well.
It will show us 18. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So if we go back to the men's link, so we will have an item in here. It says 18. And whatever was page 2 was set up to produce.
Chris, while you were in the horizontal menu there was a section at the top, which is obviously the old fixed items on the top menu, but they no longer appear in here, but largely don't. Is the intention that they don't appear? Or?
Well, there's home, which does. About you can create as one of the additional items if you want to. So you're not losing anything by that.
It would go into information, for instance, would it?
You could put, yes, you could just set up a new one with it and put it in the information block. Yes, yeah.
I mean, it couldn't be in the same place as we're talking about on the old menu like this, on the top, independent of a.
What I was trying to do was to try and make the thing simpler for the member to operate, or the visitor, so that they can see, and there's less things there to get in the way, and you can always hide them into the download menus if you want to, but it was to try and make it look simple, and by adding more items, one of the things that isn't there is that. Now, I don't know whether people use that.
Well, we direct our members to go and find whoever, webmaster or the chairman on here. So this is one of those that's at the top of the old list on.
It is one of the ones, and at the moment it doesn't exist. Yeah. So most of this information is not shown to the ordinary member. So the only thing that is there is basically the name of the whatever you put down there and the email link. So okay, so I think if we do want the contacts list in this, we ought to format it in a different way than the way it is at the moment, because as I say,
it don't look very good as it is when you're not using it as administrator.
Exactly, it's okay for the administrator to use it. Isn't any good at all for the thing. So maybe we should we'll try and come up with something else if it's used. And you think
it is used. It is used. Yes.
It is used.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we use contacts. We would need that. So
The main way we use it is that some of the contacts on there segregate their emails between their personal email and their generic email. So they use their personal email for their own group stuff.
Yeah, but they'll still have that. They'll still have this. Anybody's doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's only your members who are trying to contact. So it's only those 3 columns we'd need to show in some sort of other way. We more.
No, it was just that you threw in if it's used. So I thought, well, I'll check.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. So if you as a member, you don't get people to use it. Only as a
but we don't go out to promote it and stuff.
No. But it's there. I know Wrexham don't use it at all, do you? Because you've removed it from your top your top menu, haven't you?
Yeah, I squashed it up because I got fed up of getting everything coming to me. So I told them to use contact a member, and I even told them who the secretary was and the chair and all that. So they do it direct now.
Right.
But that's just the way I wanted it.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I'll have a think about that and sort of see if we can come up with something which looks a little bit better than it is at the moment.
So, Chris, the other things that were in that horizontal menu top section are no longer there. Are they? Search, for instance, and
yes. Well, yeah, we've had a sort of little working party working on this, and we had a conversation about search, and it really came to the thing that the search is really for the administrators, and that's to use. You don't find the members will use it very much, but actually, search is not appearing on here. I don't know why it's not there. It must be switched off. Yeah. So I purposely left it out to try and just I think we discussed it and thought, well, it's not used that much, and therefore let's try and keep the whole thing simple, because just I think there's been some frustration with the old site in that there's so much on that front page that it just gets people confused, let's say. Things like the Constitution can be done with an additional page if you want to. Obviously, member view isn't available to anybody who doesn't have an authority. Change password is not there at the moment, but that will be. Let's go back to. We'll have the change password in here. So once they're in, they can change the password from the drop down. And I think that was all, wasn't it?
There was a day or category selector when you're in groups.
Yes, but obviously Yeah, if we're using a different different groups list now, that won't apply, will it?
Don't the categories apply? And therefore
You've got
you
a
can't
category,
see-
you've got a category sort on the groups list.
Okay, so you can't limit the view. You just get all of them grouped together in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Right.
Is there a filter now? I didn't know there was one.
There's not a filter. Yes, there is a filter. Yes.
Okay.
It's in the
Based
horizontal
on-
line. Yeah.
You have to switch it on, don't you, to make it work?
No, well, it's in the horizontal line. If you actually select
Yeah.
category, it then changes in the horizontal line to allow you to select which category.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, is there?
Never found that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we.
So
This
if
is
you do
the
by
new site
category,
we're
watch
talking
the
about.
top change.
The old site.
No, not that one. There's a top level menu that you switch on in the horizontal menu to.
Ah, is it as well? I was going to say I must have it on then.
Oh, that's right. We took it off. Yes, yeah, yes. I tell you, yes, because it was overflowing the menu, wasn't it? There was too.
Yes.
It was.
I think I've
It was
still
too
got
much
it.
in there.
I've still got it though. I think. Let me just have a look.
Yeah, you can still have it.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
you still
yeah,
have
switch
to
it on.
create to turn it on or off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ours is on.
Ours is on.
And if
Yeah, definitely.
And if you switch it on, then you've got. You probably don't want the future up there, or the you have to take something else out.
Yeah, I
in
think
order
I
to-
put
have-
about us. I think that would disappear. That's why.
Yeah, because if you put too much, it just overflows and corrupts the screen.
So is the outcome of that the day category selector is no longer on this new method?
Well, I don't know. We can have a think about doing it another way, if you like. If you maybe clicking on a category gives you a category list. If you think it's important.
I mean, same thing with the color coding I'm looking at now. That didn't seem to appear on the other one.
This color coding.
Yeah, you got purple there and you got green a little bit lower. And, you know, those what are they called? I can't remember what they're called in this section.
Well, these are these ones are for the group coordinators to. It doesn't show to anybody who isn't a group coordinator or an authority.
No, the background color of each row is set by the group leader, isn't it? Or
Well, okay.
by choosing the variable. I can't remember what it's called.
Yes,
okay.
yes. It says status.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
It's a combination. Yeah. At the moment,
Sorry. Has that now gone from the new one? I didn't see any color code.
it's not in the new one. And that's not to say it's gone from the new one. It's all, if people want to use it, then we can build it into the group list, the new group list. If you
Yeah, but then if you use it, you've got somewhere or other, you've got to put a key for people to then understand what it means.
Oh, we have
Oh,
got
there-
one.
that's
There
right.
is one.
That's right. Because there's
There
a
is
key.
one.
Yeah.
It comes up.
Yeah, I know, but I mean but surely that's yet another thing that's going to populate the. I mean, why isn't a title good enough?
Because it was
Can't remember what it
showing.
looks like.
Or you just a category? Isn't that good enough? You don't need to have.
It kind of arose in the pandemic, I think.
It did.
didn't where
It did.
We wanted to indicate what's an online meeting or meeting in person.
That's right. That's right. Yes. I don't. I think if there's a sort of a demand for it, we don't want to keep things just for the sake of keeping them. I think we've got to feel that they're being used. But if there is a need to do it, then so be it. We'll do it.
Yeah. We do at Peterborough. We do use it, but my personal view is it's a waste of time.
Yes. And it looks quite neat as it is now as well, with the grey and the white. So you can read across.
Just sort of bringing me back to the difference in style. If you look at the 7-day calendar, for instance, compared with this, now you're back
Yeah.
on the colours. and it got
So
corrupted. So which
so
way
that
we go?
does- yes, that does have the colours. Yeah. Yeah.
Surely then, if you want colours, you could click on that way of doing it.
Yeah, my point is about the difference in style as well as content. You know, it just doesn't, to my mind, flow from one to the other. If you're viewing these things, it's like a different website almost from the viewpoint. But
You want it in both
Yeah,
or not in any.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right. Well, look, I'll have a look. I think probably if we're doing that, we go with this style rather than the other style. But
Yeah, I agree on that, Chris.
and so I'll see what I can do to transfer it across, because all it is just information, isn't it? But we want to try and keep it as simple as possible. But as you say, you don't want to have two different styles. I agree.
And the time and the date is always useful when people are deciding what to join, because you can't do everything every day.
Yeah, but I think there's nothing to stop you going in. Well, if we're going to put that in, Amy, won't we? We're going to put the day of the week in there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
While you're on this page, Chris, this may be something that is a hiccup, or perhaps you haven't addressed it yet. Can you click on next week at the top there?
Yeah, well spotted, Alan.
Right, now click on previous. Make note that Monday the 3rd is there. Click on previous week. One click seems to leave you in the same place. You have to click it twice to move back to the previous week.
Okay.
In the hamburger menu, it shifts 2 weeks or 2 months.
So what happens
Just
if you use the back arrow at the top of the screen?
Oh, I didn't try
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, you can do that. Oh, there you go.
Because you have to refresh as well.
You have to do a refresh as well. So it's back arrow and refresh, which will confuse the hell out of some of them.
Oh, well, that's right. I mean,
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
no.
It was just a small thing, Chris, that I happened to notice.
Yeah. Well, I think these are the sort of things that we're going to, there's a lot of testing to be done on this. As you saw, I got muddled. The system got muddled up in the between the moving between the two a little earlier on, and
Yeah.
there's testing to be done here to actually get the thing.
And I think your font colours for the, previous week is very difficult to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's there. It's
And yeah, but I think if you do click on it, it might be an idea. We need either black or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Yes. It's just
So
that
that tells somebody what they've actually clicked.
no, it's only doing that because it's
Oh.
the hover color.
Yeah, but I would think the hover color needs to be changed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Right. All right. Yes, I'll have a look at the group page and sort of see what sort of styling changes we can make to that to sort of try and, as you say, try and keep it in line with what we've got at the moment.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
Right. Okay. I think I've been through everything. So, well, actually, no, I haven't gone through all the items. But what I was trying to try and do was to get it to a state, not a final state, but a state that you can have it and play with it and beat it and try and see if you can break it. That's probably going to be a couple of weeks, I guess, from now. And I was going to make your test site this new site, and so you can do what you like with it. And, I've still got things to do with it.
The message board, does that appear on the home page in the new version automatically?
No, not at the moment. The message.
But at the moment, it's quite useful to attract people's attention to things, and if they're having to go to a drop-down menu to read it, they can't be bothered doing that, so they might not even see it.
So how would you suggest? Obviously now they're going to have the whole thing is going to be configurable by you. How would you suggest? Where would we put it?
I think the individual youth relay would have to put a button on the front page saying message board and go directly to it. I don't think you can have the snippets.
I'm not convinced. Do we need a message board? I would frankly put a block which says news and right in the middle of, on the page itself and such like. That's what I tend to do.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, if this, what we can see now is going to be the new style homepage and we can configure everything, then I think that's great. And then, I wouldn't use a message board.
How widely is the message board used? Is it used by, well, obviously not yourself, but anybody else? Does everybody else use it or not?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
We use it very little, but it does get used on the odd occasion.
Yeah.
But if we can have a block that's all about messages, then why do we need? Wouldn't that be better? We can make it more visual. It's not a message board, but it's a block on there that tells you the latest things you want to read, as Tim said. There's other ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose we could actually have a look and see if there's we could sort of have a block in the website creator, which is a block which just shows the messages.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That might sort it, mightn't it? And then you could either put it at the top or the bottom or wherever you wanted then.
Yeah. So we've got some say then in where it goes. Yeah.
Or if you show it at all, yeah. You could have a link to it. Obviously, you'll have a link to it as well.
At the moment, no, members can send a request and we can vet it to say, oh, we don't want to show it or we can show it. So this way, how do the members want to spread the news about something they want all the other members to know?
Do you allow them to do that?
They don't do it automatically, but they send it to me and I look at it.
Okay.
And,
you know the old system, you could allow them to do it automatically.
Yes.
You've muted yourself, Dave. You're still muted.
Dave, you're muted.
Sorry. No, we stopped that. We didn't want the members just throwing stuff on.
Yeah, no, okay, fine.
Cars for sale and things like that. So
yes, but well, there was a link, wasn't there, which you click on this and it would give you a contact page to type in the message you want.
Right, it's at the top of the message board itself.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll try and see what I can do and incorporate that in it as well.
Yeah, we foresaw that if members could put things in the forum, you get somebody go in there and put, my car's broken down, can someone give me a lift? Well, we've got 2,240 members who couldn't give a monkeys that your car's broken down.
Yeah, right, okay.
I mean, if there's any message that needs to go out that important, word, they can send it to one of us and we'll just send it out as an all members email. I mean, but of course, emails as well as messages, it's, you can put them out there, but it's whether people will actually bother to go and look at them. And that's why I don't think the message board is that vital, but a news block is useful, but, and you hope people do go and read them.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you say, you can put your news block in the middle of the home page and put it all in there, can't you? If you want it, it's just. Oh. Anyway, I'll have a look and see what I can do. Right. Okay. So I've got quite a few things to have a look at now. But as I say, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll try and get everybody's test system up to being able to use this system, and then I assume then I'll get more comments then. Right, and anything else anybody else wants to look at, discuss, comment on?
Are you going to have a quick look at Web Creator, Chris?
I hadn't planned to today. I think one thing, I think we've said, as far as web creators concerned, we would prepare a guide for it. Worthwhile, sort of, maybe at the same time, couple of weeks' time, maybe is just to sort of run a sort of training session, if you like, on the web creator. Spend an hour or maybe a couple of hours on it.
Yeah.
At the same time, then they could. Everybody could have the guide, or whenever you've got the guide, we can put the two together, and then hopefully. But
so this is an administrator's guide you're talking about.
This is somebody, whoever is given access to the website creator. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's the one that's going to take the longest to do. I've made a very, very cursory start on it, but
right.
It will take a little while to do. But I'll try and get something in the next fortnight or so.
Yes. Yeah. Good. Okay. So that's the sort of timescale we're looking to. Maybe two or 3 weeks, maybe, to start.
It'll probably be version 1 and have to be changed, but hey.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Well, of course, I've still got some changes to make that we have already discussed, and I haven't done that.
Exactly.
So we need to touch base together.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris, can I ask, when you just said that sometime in the future you're going to sort of update our test systems with this version?
Yeah, 14.
So anything that I've created in the meantime, I need to save to avoid losing it, I presume. No. Oh, it would just. Oh, no. Good. That's fine. That's fine.
So everything will stay the same.
Oh, lovely.
But one thing which because of the one thing that when we go across to the system, the horizontal menu will probably need to be looked at, because it had to be restructured quite a lot to get the 20 items in. So it could be you may need to look at what things you thought were being shown.
No, I haven't done anything to that. No, it's just the home page. I've recasting our home page. You see.
Yeah.
And I didn't want, but if that's not going to be impacted, then that's fine.
Oh no, it won't be. It'll only be impacted if you use the web creator and then export what you've created on top of what you've got there.
Okay.
Okay.